In the aftermath of World War II, as the world confronted the horrors of the Holocaust, a different kind of trial unfolded in the city of Nuremberg, Germany. This wasn't a trial for the top tier Nazi leaders, but for the doctors and administrators who had perpetrated unthinkable atrocities in the name of medical science. What emerged from that courtroom in 1947 was more than just a verdict. It was a landmark document that would forever change the relationship between science and human dignity, the Nuremberg Code. The code was a direct response to the ghastly experiments revealed during the trial, tests that subjected prisoners to freezing temperatures, high altitude, deadly diseases, and torturous surgeries, all without their consent. The victims were not volunteers. They were human beings stripped of their rights and their humanity. So, what is the Nuremberg Code? At its heart, it is a set of 10 ethical principles for human experimentation. It laid the foundation for everything we now know as modern medical ethics. Its first and most crucial principle is the doctrine of voluntary informed consent. The code states, and I quote, "The voluntary consent of the human subject is absolutely essential." This means the person involved must have the legal capacity to consent, must be able to exercise free power of choice without force or coercion, and must have sufficient knowledge of the subject matter to make an understanding decision. This single principle shifted the focus of research from the goals of the experiment to the rights and autonomy of the individual. The person is no longer a subject but a participant, but the code went further. It established that experiments should be based on prior animal studies and a knowledge of the disease. They should be designed to yield fruitful results for the good of society, unprocurable by other means. They must avoid all unnecessary physical and mental suffering and injury. And crucially, the scientist in charge must be prepared to end the experiment at any stage if there is probable cause to believe it may result in injury, disability, or death. The Nuremberg Code did not have the force of international law, but its impact is immeasurable. It is the ethical grandfather to every subsequent code of conduct, including the Declaration of Helsinki and the regulations that govern our clinical trials and institutional review boards today. It stands as a permanent shield, a reminder that scientific progress can never be pursued at the cost of human rights. It declared once and for all that the well being of the individual research participant must always take precedence over the interests of science and society. Its principles are not just rules, they are a solemn promise. A promise that the horrors of the past will never be repeated in the quest for a better future.